Before we start, can I get a show of hands? How many of you here are doing marketing work or any other business functions? One person. Okay. How about site builders? Drupal site builders? About 5, 6. Okay. Front-end developers? One only. Back-end developers? Okay, you're full stack then. All right, okay. Cool, great. Great to see all of you today. Our session now is about improved authoring experience with Layout Builder, balancing contrib and custom modules. We are from Pixel Onion. We are a Singapore-based digital agency with a mission of moving humanity forward through good use of design and technology. And we do that by working very closely with our partners and our clients to help them with their digital strategy, to conduct user research and UI design for their platforms, to carry out high-quality technology implementation, and also to provide continuous support and maintenance for their platforms.
Hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Zoe. I'm a front-end developer at Pixel Onion. I started from Drupal 9, and my hobbies are drawing and playing instruments.
Yeah, my name is SJ. You probably saw me a few times on the stage. I am the gardener at Pixel Onion. You can ask me later what that means. I'm also one of the 2 community leads for Singapore Drupal group. And I'm currently a secretary at the Drupal Asia Steering Committee. I started Drupal from Drupal 5. I saw the permission page, I gave up. Then 6 years later, I come back and I start doing Drupal professionally since Drupal 6. Okay, and I love to play board games with my family and also cycle. So this is actually the bike ride that I put together on Sunday morning, the social event that we had prior to DrupalCon Singapore. We started when it was still dark. We had our first stop at this heritage coffee shop called Hiep's Sang Leong. This is where they serve the kaya toast and butter coffee, and they've been around since 1974. Yeah. And of course, the obligatory photo with the Merlion, the icon of Drupal Singapore, DrupalCon Singapore 2024. We also took photo with this water wally, which we realized later on that he's actually a distant cousin of DrupalCon, right? Water wally is the mascot for Singapore Public Utilities Board. And we found out that, later on we found out he's really distant cousin of DrupalCon. Then we ended the ride savoring the Hakka Yong Tau Fu down there. Yeah. All right, so what we are going to talk about today, we'll talk briefly about the Drupal content authoring experience, the core layout builder, and how might we enhance the core layout builder authoring experience. Drupal content authoring experience, why does it matter? Okay, this is generally true for us in Pixel Onion. And I suppose it's also true elsewhere. Otherwise, the idea of Starshot was never born, right? Is that most of the stakeholders of Drupal sites are non-technical. They are the ones who update the content of the sites, and they are non-technical, right? Now, the next thing is that it might be unique to Pixel Onion, but what our goal is always to empower our clients to be able to update the content of the page themselves. And we strongly believe that our clients are the best persons with the right knowledge and context of their own organization context, right? In order to be able to communicate what their organization want to communicate to the public, and they do it by updating the content of their website, right? Okay. And this is definitely always true. Everyone always wants the content or the update to the website done yesterday. Yeah. Now, who are the competitors to the Drupal authoring experience? As we know, there are all the visual editors, make changes on the page and see them in real time, Wix, of course, right? And also WordPress. Gutenberg editor has been around in WordPress for very long. Now we take a look at the authoring experience in Drupal. If we take a look from Drupal 7, these are some of the main the mainstream modules that we normally use to enhance the authoring experience. There was bricks, but bricks I think was introduced quite late in Drupal 7. And there were paragraphs, which is again almost about the end of the life of or rather before the launch of Drupal 8. And then there was display suite, which we used quite a lot as well last time, right? And of course, the go-to module last time is panels with the page managers and panelizer, okay? Now, if we take a look in Drupal 8 onwards, bricks is adopted, not as popular as the rest. Then we see Gutenberg followed by layout paragraphs. How many of people here use layout paragraphs? Okay, cool. Then of course there's panels. Because of the popularity of the panels, it still continue to be popular in Drupal 8. Display suite seems like it's getting the popularity there. And of course paragraphs, yeah. So paragraphs, compared to what we see in Drupal 7 earlier, Drupal 8 adoption of paragraphs is really a lot. And of course, if you take a look at the core layout builder, this is something that I'm not sure whether the figure is correct here because we took the figure from Drupal.org. There's no way for us to tell how many people or how many sites install the layout builder, but we take the numbers based on the number of core, Drupal core that is installed. Now we compare the trend between Drupal 7 and Drupal 8. You will see that there are some interesting patterns here where panels kind of lose popularity, display suite more or less the same, paragraphs like shoot up greatly, and of course the core layout builder, which is pretty much part of Drupal 8, 8.5 core onwards.
Okay, so who here has used core layout builder? Okay, I see some hands. So for those that haven't used it, it comes with the Drupal core installation and can be enabled on the content types. You can see in the image below and the individual content pages. It provides the ability to add content blocks on the page layout. To do that, you would add sections onto the page layout and then in those sections add blocks. When configuring a section, you can change the column width distribution and the administrative label. So right now it's split between 75-25, but I can change it to equal, which is 50-50. But what about section width or padding? So let's say if you were a content editor and you wanted the content to be in the middle of the page with the spacing on the left and right. That will not be possible with Drupal core layout builder. When editing a block, the block edit form will be shown in the side panel, highlighted here, which is like very small and there's no option to change the text color. Next, when adding blocks, content editors would click the add block button on the page layout and then this list will be shown in the side panel. But the thing is, during content population, a lot of the blocks won't be added. Like let's say the who's new or who's online block.
So let's check how many of you here added who's new block to the site. Who's online? Do you even know that? Oh, you add who's new, who's online. Okay, 1 out of 50 people. Right. Definitely not popular.
Next is the multi-language site. So to have multi-language, you will need to rewrite the content in the target language. But that's not possible with the content blocks out of the box. So, to have the content translation, you need to install either Layout Builder symmetric translation or Layout Builder asymmetric translation. So core Layout Builder works great until it doesn't. To summarize on core Layout Builder, the good points is that there is minimal configuration required to get started because you have out-of-the-box layout configuration, like the 1 column up to 4 columns. And the layout and block types are extensible. However, the pain points is that there is no support for content translation with the content blocks, limited options to format the text without writing HTML. The small editing area for the block edit form, if you recall, it was like in the side panel. And then the clutter interface for content block selection. No configuration options for section width or padding. And the last one is that the public facing theme is not applied while editing. So if the admin interface is a different theme compared to the front end theme, yeah, you have this issue. So how may we improve Drupal authoring experience? This is a list taken from Drupal.org. It's like from the Layout Builder additional modules. So we'll be covering some of the modules that we use extensively in the page builder. But do keep in mind that our solution focuses on using core layout builder with paragraphs. So the first module is paragraphs. It's a replacement for content blocks because it supports symmetric translation. To enhance CKEditor 5, we use the CKEditor plugin pack, which provides the ability to format text and use templates. You can see in the GIFs that I've added. The next one, so oftentimes HTML is still required to have styling for the content that we add. So with this module, we can save the HTML in a template, and then the content editors, they can just click, like in the GIF, they just click, and then the HTML will, the content will be shown there, and then you can just edit. So it will preserve the site branding. Okay, Layout Builder Base allows users to create and override the default layouts. So you can see that below, there's like new layouts that are added. And then you can configure extra settings, like the grid properties, background, margins and paddings, and container and styles, yes. With Layout Builder styles, we are able to specify the CSS classes to be applied for section or block styling, and then content editors, they can pick the style and then update, and then it will just apply the classes. Layout Builder model is quite straightforward, so it just changes the side panel for the block edit form into the modal, which fills up most of the page. So you have more real estate for content editing. The next one, so remember this list that I showed just now, is like the content block selection, and then you have like so many blocks here. So with block list override, you can reduce the amount of blocks that's shown here. It's configurable, so you can just customize it. So now, yeah, you can remove the who's new or who's online block from the list. Okay, for section library, it allows saving of sections as a template. So if you needed to add like a particular layout onto another page, you can save that section and then you just reuse it in a new page.
Layout paragraphs, I saw some of you are using layout paragraphs currently, right? So it is actually a drag and drop interface that provides a replacement for the default paragraphs field widget. So instead of adding just the paragraph delta in the node edit form, you can edit the layout directly in the node edit form. Yeah. And it provides a customization in terms of the section, in terms of the columns that you want to put in. It works with the existing paragraph reference field, starting to be, it works from Drupal 8 actually, I guess, right? And not built on the only issue here that we find about layout paragraphs is that it's not built on top of the Drupal core layout builder, right? It's maintained by Eton Design Group. Definitely looks better, similar to the WordPress block editor interface. That's why a lot of people. That's why a lot of people find this solution to be quite. It works out for them. Then of course there are other solutions, like for example Dropsolid Rocketship. I tried this a few years ago. Recently I wanted to try, but I think it's currently on version 10.1 or 10.2. So what they have is that it improves the content authoring experience on Layout Builder. Seems like they used to use paragraphs. That was when I tried to use it last time. And it is, but right now it kind of departed from paragraphs. Seems like they customize the solution on top of the Layout Builder. Yeah. There are 3 editing modes: preview with editability, preview only, and editability only. It comes with 5 default sections, 1 to 2 4 columns, layout, as well as the carousel type section. It comes with 11 default block types: FAQ, USB, form. You can check out the Dropsolid Rocketship on the Drupal.org project page. And obviously, there is also the Drupal CMS Experience Builder, which everyone is really waiting for, right? So to remind everyone, there'll be a session by Laurie later at 4 p.m. I think it'll be at Clover 1, so where he's talking more about the Experience Builder. Experience Builder will not be ready that soon though. So what can we do then right now to help our clients to achieve a better content authoring experience? And that comes in Pixel Onion Page Builder. I know the name sounds, yeah, okay, but it is not a module by itself. So what is Pixel Onion Page Builder actually? So let me start by a quote by our clients. Previously, it used to take 1 to 2 days to build a page with HTML coding. Now it takes less than 30 minutes to complete with built-in components. So what is Pixel Onion Page Builder? It focuses on making it easier for non-technical users, non-technical content editors to build flexible and stunning landing pages while maintaining the brand integrity. So a lot of problem with Wix is that the marketer, they don't know whether they need to put a 10 pixel padding or 12 pixel padding. They don't know whether the color code, does that match with the brand guideline or not, right? So it results in pages that really vary from page to page. The brand integrity is not necessarily kept. In a way, Pixel Onion Page Builder is a recipe. It is not a recipe, or we can't really turn it into a recipe yet right now because there are still 2 custom modules, which we plan to push to Drupal.org. We started this journey like 5 years ago, and we still improve today. And we need to resort to Pixel Onion Page Builder because there has not been a solution that we think really work well for our clients base. Yeah. And we can't wait for XB to come, right? So, and it leverages on the core layout builder. So in short, right, in summary, it is actually a collection of contrib modules and custom modules to enhance the authoring experience. Now we take a step back and we observe what are the things that clients normally mention to us whenever they want a vendor to build a site for them. They want a site that's easily, that they can easily update for existing content, and also they want to be able to easily create new content. They want to easily reuse the pages or parts of the pages previously created. They want to be able to customize the page layout, the width, the number of columns, the padding. They want to be able to publish a page when it's ready for public viewing. And they have the website, they want to have the website available in different languages for different countries, especially in Asia. That's really true. Multi-language website is pretty much like the basic requirement. So out of the 5 most common requests that come from client, right? 4 out of 5, pretty much we can fix or we can fulfill using the Pixel Onion Page Builder. So as mentioned, at the base, we use the core layout builder. On top of it, we install all of these contrib modules that's available in Drupal.org. CKEditor 5 template, CKEditor plugin pack. Okay, let me just change to, yeah. This is the default plugin pack for CKEditor. I think there is the premium plugin pack as well. So if your client pay for the premium plugin, you can have access to the premium plugin. Layout builder styles, layout builder base, paragraph blocks, which I'm going to talk about in a while, which kind of link paragraphs to layout builder. Okay? Gene Layout Builder, Gene Admin Theme, and Layout Builder Paragraphs. Okay, this Layout Builder Paragraphs used to be a custom module, and we converted it to contrib module, and it's available in Drupal. And there are two other custom modules that we still maintain internally, which we hope to be able to make it scalable enough and push to Drupal. Layout Builder Suite and section library paragraphs. Now, talking about individual modules, paragraphs and paragraph blocks. You heard from Zoe earlier, paragraphs support symmetric content translation out of the box. Yeah, so there's no module that you need to enable other than content translation. It just works wonder. Client can straight away just translate the paragraph content without affecting the layout. That's the reason why we say it's symmetric content translation. If you want to change the layout, then it's called the asymmetric content translation. Right, and with paragraph, we can let client to just worry about the content. They can create components with the paragraph types, card, WYSIWYG, hero banner. And those of you who are front-end developers, you are very familiar with this, how we can just easily link the paragraph to tweak template. So it can be done in any theme, right? Right now we're using Wingsuit, but I encourage everyone to really move to SDC because SDC will work with XB in the future. Oh, it is working with XB now, right? So I mean that's the new trend. Okay. And finally, paragraph blocks. So what paragraph blocks does is to create a derivative to expose paragraph into blocks. If you just use the paragraphs module of the box, when you try to add the paragraph into the layout builder, what you see is that you can only add the field. It means that if you have 10 deltas for that particular field, all 10 paragraphs will be added to the layout inside the same block. Okay, with paragraph blocks, you can add the 10 paragraph delta individually inside the layout builder. Gene Admin Theme and Gene Layout Builder. If you haven't checked out Gene Theme, please do so. It provides a really clean interface. A lot of our clients like Gene Theme because it really is a clean theme that it just provides fresh look on the site. It makes the Drupal admin theme to be more modern. All right, Zoe mentioned earlier that one of the challenges of the core layout builder without additional setting is that the front-end theme styling is not really applied to the CKEditor 5, right? So if you are not aware of this yet, what you need to do is for CKEditor 5 is a little bit different than CKE 4. For CKE 5, you need to wrap the styling inside the CK content class. Yeah. And then later on, you need to add it inside your theme library YAML. Actually, this is not library YAML. It's a theme, the theme file, the theme YAML file. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit more about layout builder paragraphs. What this module does is to replace the add block button, which you see normally on the right side of the layout builder interface. Change it to create paragraph. And it depends on the configuration of the paragraph blocks in the field configuration itself. It will list down all of the paragraphs that's available for you or for the user to add to that section. And after they click the paragraph itself, the user is redirected to another page, a bigger interface, right, bigger real estate where they can actually populate the content instead of the, if you remember, the small area on the right side of the layout builder interface. And section library paragraphs and layout builder suite, as mentioned, these are still a custom module that we are doing. And it works on top of the section library and layout builder base. It provides additional layout with multiple columns, right? And if we talk about the section library paragraphs, just based on the name itself, what we do is we we allow user to save a particular section when it works with, when the section is populated with the paragraph blocks. And for the Layout Builder suite, what we do is we provide additional columns, section background image, section animation, section configuration with width setting, and also spacing between components. These are pretty much the study that we did and the interaction that we have with our clients, and we think that these are the styling that our clients mostly use when they populate, when they create new content. Right, so let us do a demonstration of a Pixar page builder. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think let us change the display first. Do you have the URL?
CSG dash something.
Okay. All right. The display is still there. Yeah, sure. While waiting for us to set up, do you have any questions that you would like to ask us first? Yes.
Accessibility. Have you considered and included accessibility within either the front-end outputs or even the admin areas?
Yeah, the accessibility right now, we really rely on editorially module, right? But that is more on the front end. Yeah, and it really depends a lot on the client, the content populator. If we talk about the admin area, no, we haven't really invested much into it yet. Thanks for the question. Any other question? Yeah.
When you use paragraphs in something like Paragraph Blocks or Paragraph Web Builder, can you reuse a paragraph on multiple nodes or pages?
So let me try to repeat the question. If we use the paragraphs on the layout builder, can we use the same paragraph on multiple nodes?
Right. Let's say you built a, I don't know, call to action paragraph with a button that says message us. Could I reuse that same paragraph multiple times, or would, if I want that paragraph on 3 different pages, do I have to build it 3 times?
So that is where the section library comes in.
Okay.
The section library and the section library paragraphs, in a way, it links it to the paragraphs library, right? So when it sits in the paragraph library, you can pretty much like instantiate it in other nodes already.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Hold on. I accidentally closed the window earlier, so give us some time to set it up. Any other question? Let me just pull this up. Yeah, this one. Okay. So if you haven't done it yet, we have our booth outside as well, where you can interact with us and ask us more questions. Yeah. So we need to have the login, right?
Yeah, but I think you can use the admin account, the same one.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have it on your laptop? Then maybe it's much easier. Okay. Right.
Josh,
Let me just go to the main, shall we?
okay.
Yeah. Any other questions from the crowd while waiting? You remember?
Part to Pixel Onion. Then go to the user/login. Then you can just
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You will say, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's plug in first. Okay. Let me change the display so that we can have it not mirrored. Yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, this one. Let me just close this, close this. Right. So we are going to demo on how to create the landing page by adding two sections. The first section is just a one column layout. The second section is a two column layout. So it is the same, it's still the same node edit interface, and you can go to the layout page directly. And some of this inspiration, I would say that we got it from Rocketship. And this is where we can add the first section. We can leave the rest as the default option for now. And Zoe, what Zoe does now is to add a new block to it. And the block that you want to add is a hero banner, is it?
I add the VC.
Okay, all right. You add the VCV. Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, when you add a paragraph, you are brought into another interface where it becomes a full screen rather than a very small section on the right side. And this is pretty much the paragraph form itself. So you can add whatever field that's available there. Yeah.
I'm going to change the. I'm going to change the text to white because I want to add a background image later on to the section. So to add the background.
I help you. So you just do.
Okay. So to add the background image, I'll just click here, and then add media. Okay, I'll add this image, and then I'll turn on the parallax scrolling effect. Okay, and since it's supposed to look like the hero banner, I will change the section width to be full page. And then I'll add a new section with two columns. The first one, I'll just add a simple WYSIWYG with a button. So here I'll use the template, text paragraph with button. I'll just reduce the text a bit.
This shows the capability of the contrib module, the CKE templates, right? Where you can predefine the templates there and let your client actually just update the content of that HTML.
So you can see it's added here with the button. The next column, I'll just add like accordion. So I'll fill in the title for the first one. First accordion item. I'll just fill in quickly. Okay, then I'll add a new one. Another accordion item. add paragraph. And yeah, you have the, so now I've created 2 sections. One with the background image, parallax scrolling, and then the second section is 2-column layout with text, button, and accordion item. And then I save the page. Yeah, you can see that it's like, when you scroll, the image will move.
The parallax, you can't really see the effect because of the height of the page, right? But now, so what we try to do here, and this is actually one of the modules that we use as well, that's not mentioned earlier, is the paragraph edit, where the contextual menu actually appears there, and you can edit the paragraph easily. Yeah, and let's say that you want to, no, there's the note actually. Yeah, so
Go back.
yeah. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. When you want to change something, then it's just a matter of changing the paragraphs directly on the page. Yeah.
What's your Alfred?
Alfred. Okay. Never mind. Just edit. Just put something else earlier. DrupalCon Asia 2025. That's what we are trying to. We are all looking forward to. Okay. Now there's a small small custom module that we did for CKE4, but we haven't really transferred it over to CKE5. Right? We always have this issue where the text is actually white, but the background is white as well. Right? So we have a button previously where what you need to do is just click that button to toggle the background color, but it doesn't change the actual content itself, right? So it just make the background color to be black or darker color. So make the font to be really in contrast. Yeah. Now, if let's say we want to change the section, we can add a padding, for example, to the section. The default section configuration comes without the top padding. Okay, so if we want to change to the top padding, we add like XL, for example. Yeah, and we put the bottom padding to be XL as well. It's just a matter of configuring the section in the layout builder interface, right? And the client doesn't need to know whether should they put a 10 pixel or 15 pixel. And this is where we say that our solution actually, we try to keep the branding integrity. When we give a lot of flexibility to the client, the intention is good, right? But, well, people who are not really design savvy, they may actually put in the wrong value there. Yeah. Okay. So for the full demo of the Pixar Page Builder, you can come over to our booth that's outside, right? Unfortunately, right now, we kind of, there is a contest. I think my colleague has closed the contest already. But you can still experience how to use the Pixar Page Builder. And yeah, that is where we have the Lego technique outside. We will announce the winner for this contest before the closing remark. So be there in the main ballroom before the closing remark. And we'd like to just share a little bit with you about the insight that we have for day one, for the Pixar Page Builder Challenge for day one insights. So there were 16 participants from day one. Average rating is 4.25 out of 5 for the page builder, right? There are 2 participants who actually score 2 out of 5, and we will definitely take their input into consideration. What users like most is easy, simple to use, easy to configure, to add blocks, customize it to your liking, easy to customize, to add spacing, to change the layouts. They don't need to touch the HTML, and it really speeds up the time to develop the web page easily. Yeah, the issues that some users have, and this is the one that we are also right now trying to improve, right, is the concept of what is a section outer, what is a section inner, right? And pretty much these are containers. And our team earlier talked to Christina, and before I came in to do this presentation, I saw Laurie was also there sitting in, and we'd like to get his input as well. Because I believe that whatever challenges that we face for Pixar Page Builder is exactly the same challenges that we are trying to solve, the Drupal community is trying to solve using the XB as well, right? So the concept of like there is actually a container, then there is the content container itself should be quite intuitive for developers. But for people who are non-technical, it might be a bit difficult to understand that context. Okay. Editability at the layout builder interface, this is another one that people highlighted. We have reached the end of our presentation. If you have any other feedback or questions, we'll be here, or we'll be around at our booth as well outside. Thank you everyone for your time.